Hi, Mr. Bertalma. This is my project for math. I'm working with Derek. He's not doing a video, but I am. So here's my video. I'm doing it on the Burj Khalifa. The Burj Khalifa is the tallest building in the world. It is 32,601 inches high. In feet, that's 2,722. It is a marvel of engineering and towers over the closest tower by 644 feet. And here's a picture of it, obviously. My story. My story starts out with Vin Diesel he was going down a crowded street in Dubai, in his 1,200 horsepower Bugatti Veyron, while Mr. P was in high-speed pursuit in his crusty old Chrysler. Paul Walker was at the top of the Burj Khalifa, overlooking the whole thing. And here's a picture of the crusty old Chrysler. And here's a crisp picture of the Bugatti Veyron. The math behind it. So since I obviously couldn't go to the Burj Khalifa and measure it, I had to do the math backwards. So I pulled out my handy dandy clinometer and now to the whiteboard. Okay, so here's the math portion of my project, okay? So we have the height of the Burj Khalifa, which is 32,664 inches. Followed by the distance away from the Burj Khalifa was 2,100 inches. That's all inches. And then we're trying to find x, which is the angle. So the first thing you need to do is subtract my height from the building height. 32,664 minus 68 equals 32,596. Next thing you would do, you would use tan, for x. So x, the toa would be on top, opposite over adjacent. So the opposite would be 2,100, and then the adjacent would be 32,596, which is my height subtracted. So 32,596 would be on the bottom. You put that in your calculator, and you get something around 3.686 with a bunch of blah 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 blah. Really didn't do it. And that's my math. And then we'll come back later for the proving part to prove that I did the right answer. So that was the math behind it, and now we move on to the next slide. The next slide is the second half of my story. So the second half of my story, as Paul Walker was overlooking the high-speed pursuit of Mr. P and Vin Diesel, as we discussed earlier, Mr. P in the Chrysler and Vin Diesel in the Bugatti Veyron, Paul decides to take out Mr. P with a sniper rifle. And so he looks down 2,722 feet, or 32,664 inches, whichever one you prefer. And he looks out 175 feet, or 2,100 inches. He finds the angle of 3.686 degrees, and looks down, and he takes the shot, and Vin Diesel gets away. And so that's Paul Walker with the sniper rifle, and that's Vin Diesel getting away. So the math part 2, we're just going to do the math technically the correct way this time by using my answer and plugging it back into the problem and doing it all over again. And so now back to the whiteboard. So here we are at the math part 2. I know this all looks really complicated, but I promise I'll explain it. So here we have the degree of 3.686, which is what we got from the last time, up here. And so we have to use tangent, and then we're going to use toa with tangent. So we're going to do opposite, which is 2,100, over adjacent, which is x. And so that's what we have over here. We have tangent 3.686 equals 2,100 over x. Because it's opposite over adjacent. Opposite over adjacent. Okay. So then to solve this, we have to multiply by x. So we multiply by x on each side, and that gives us x times tangent 3.686 equals 2,100, because we lost the x over here. So still, again, to solve it, we have to divide by the tangent 3.686 on both sides. We divide by on both sides, and that gives us 2,100 divided by tangent 3.686 equals 32,597.694, which I'm going to round up here to 32,598 plus 68 inches. This is all in inches, which gives us 32,666. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, Riley, that's still 2 inches off. The correct answer is 32,664, which, yes, that is true. But I only rounded to the tenths, hundredths, thousandths, the thousandths place. If we had used all of the full numbers and used everything correctly, we would have gotten the 32,664 inches. But we didn't because we didn't use the full numbers, because that's just a crazy amount of numbers. So, yeah. And there's the math. So, And so that's how you solve how to find the height of the tallest building in the world, by looking at it from the ground with just one tool in your hand. It's pretty cool. Okay. So that was the math part 2 from the whiteboard. And so thanks for watching, Mr. Bertama. I will include a link of this PowerPoint or Prezi in the description of the YouTube video that I will post. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it might be a little bit work for you to grade, but I hope that it was worth it. And yeah, Derek should be able to turn his in class. Thank you.